What is going on today, guys? 610 here, and today we are going to discuss fast moves in Pokemon Go PvP. We're going to discuss some of the best moves, and then we're going to also discuss some of the trash moves and kind of go through. I'm going to be using pvpoke.com. They've got a listing of all the fast moves, all the charge moves in the game, and you can kind of see a good idea of what fast moves are good and why. Through this. So you can see right now we're here. They've got all the moves listed. These are just alphabetic order right now. But if we go over first thing, so we've got damage, energy, turns or duration, and then we got damage per turn, energy per turn. So PvP in Pokemon Go is still turn-based in a sense that each move has a specific amount of turns that it takes to do it. So if you look, Acid is a 2-turn move, whereas Air Slash is a 3-turn move. So it's going to take longer to do an Air Slash and do the damage from it and get the energy from it versus Acid. So something important to know in that. Now if we look, you can see, so our DPT for Acid is 3, and then our EPT, which is energy per turn, is 2.5. So I would say 3 and 3 is pretty average. So Air Slash is very average as far as that goes. It's a decent move, but you're not like gaining a whole bunch of energy really fast, and you're not doing a ton of damage really fast in either one. 3 and 3 is kind of the baseline of what is a good move in a sense. So next, we've got it sorted by damage per turn, DPT. So you can see here, Razor Leaf, Charm are going to be your top ones. Dark, your Bite there, your Dark type move. So you can see damage per turn is 5.5 damage per turn, and you're only getting 2 energy per turn, and that's a 2-charge move for Razor Leaf. So that's something to keep in mind. With Razor Leaf, obviously you're not going to gain as much energy as quickly as, say, Vine Whip. So Vine Whip is going to be way down here because you're only doing 2.5 damage per turn, and but you're gaining 4 energy. So that's where certain Pokemon, Venusaur, may be better off with Vine Whip because you can get to more charged moves faster. And so that's what you want to keep in mind with that. That's one reason I like running Vine Whip. Some people, you can run Razor Leaf on a Venusaur though and have good success with that as well, obviously. And then you've got Confusion, which is 4 damage and 3 energy. So that's actually a really good move because you're still gaining quite a bit of energy every turn. And then Counter, which is the best fighting type move, actually is one of the best moves in the game when you consider that it's 4 damage per turn and it's doing 3.5 energy per turn. That's a fairly quick charging move on average. You've also got another good one here. Dragon Breath is doing 4 energy or 4 damage per turn and 3 energy. So that is very quick. It's also only a 1 duration move. So if you over tap on a move instead of under tapping, it's only costing you 1 turn. Whereas Confusion, if you over tap, man, that's costing you 4 turns, and you're waiting that full 2 seconds to hit your charge move. So that's a big deal if you over tap on those. So just keep that in mind whenever you're going through that. Here's the rest of this list. You can see there's quite a few moves that are over 3 damage per turn. Frost Breath, everything like that. So you can go through here: Rock Throw, Scratch, Smackdown. Smackdown's very good, just doesn't gain its energy as quickly, but you're doing a lot of damage. And so that's one of the categories of moves is high damage and then high and low energy. The opposite of that is going to be your high energy, low damage moves. So we've got Mudshot, Psycho Cut, and Thundershock all do 4.5 energy per turn, and 2 charge moves, or 2 turn moves, sorry, but they're only doing 1.5 damage per turn, so not going to be doing that much output. You're going to be relying on your charge moves to do the damage on these mons. So for instance, Swampert with Mudshot, 4.5 energy per turn. You're gonna be gaining that energy very quickly to get your hydro cannon, which is gonna get 40 energy. So for 40 energy, let's see, it's gonna take us 9 energy for 2 turns, so that's 36, so that's 4. So it's actually gonna take us 5 mud shots to get to the first. And obviously, like Fury Cutter, only a 1-turn move, and you're getting 4 energy for that powder snow. Another 4 energy present actually is pretty decent for energy, at least. Damage obviously is not very good at 1, and then you've got Shadow Claw here, another solid. You're getting a lot of energy off that, 4 energy and then 3 damage per turn. Shadow Claw is one of the top moves. Because of that, you're getting 4 energy per turn with 3 damage per turn, so very high damage for the amount of energy you're getting. The next closest move to that really is further down the list. Bullet Punch does 3.5 energy, and you're getting 3 damage for that. Bubble is also fairly close to that. You're getting 3.66 energy per turn with 2.66 damage. That's why Azumarill is a preferred move on Azumarill most of the time. So you can see, you can go through this list. The link is going to be in the description for this. Very useful list when you're trying to team build to see maybe you need a coverage option for something and you want to figure out, okay, do I want to go for this fast move and why should I do that? So we can go over here. I've got Skunk Tank versus Skunk Tank right now. So you can see Poison Jab versus Bite, and you can see just how many more. So Poison Jab, you're getting 7 energy per Poison Jab. Obviously Poison Jab's a longer duration move, and you're only getting 2 for each bite here. So you can see first move activation, if we go down, first move activation here is 8 seconds. 8 seconds to our first one, and then 12 seconds for bite. So you can see that's quite a significant jump there. That's why most of the time you're going to be running Poison Jab. Poison Jab, because it does get to those charge moves a little faster. So actually our Poison Jab one is dying because of the fast move damage there. So, but in shielding scenarios, let's see, yeah. If we one shield it, then our Poison Jab is winning, and that's because we're shielding 1 charge move. So there's the shield, and there's the shield, and they're not able to get to another one, and we're able to get to one. We are fairly low at the end of it, 35 HP there. So let's go over here. Skunk Tank versus Azumarill. Azumarill has Bubble, and this one has Poison Jab. Obviously, with Poison Jab here, we still lose because of Hydro Pump. So let's go to the 1 shield, and Skunk Tank should win because it's going to have to use Crunch. And Crunch is only doing 34 damage, but you can see Bubble does quite a bit at each time. So if we go down here, 152 of our fast move damage, because Poison Jab is going to be super effective. Obviously that would be the one we would want to pick, I do believe. And you can see doesn't get to another charge move. So let's go over here with Bite, and we can battle. And you can see with Bite we are losing this matchup every time because Bite is not very effective to Azumarill. So we are only doing, each bite's only doing 2 damage, and we're only getting 2 energy, so we only get off 1 charge move, and they're able to get off 2 charge moves with the Hydro Pump KOing us. So that's why it's important to know what fast moves to use on which Pokemon. Hopefully that helps you guys decide a little bit more on what to use on your Pokemon, what resources you need to use. PvPoke has a lot of information on this. If you go up to the top, and moves is where you want to go, and you can go through and you can type in every single one. Like if you're trying to decide like Skarmory and you want Air Slash or Steel Wing, you can compare those there. So Steel Wing is going to do 3.5 damage, and then 2.5. And then if we do Air Slash is 3 and 3. So you're trading off damage for energy there. and it just depends on what type effectiveness you need for a certain meta. Obviously, most of the time you're going to want to run Air Slash is probably the best bet on Skarmory, but there could be situations where you need that steel damage and you're getting a little bit more damage but less energy, so it means fewer charge move activations for you there. So if you guys enjoyed that video, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that business. Hit the notification bell, blah blah blah, whatever you guys do. And as always guys, keep on battling.